Travis, following the inauguration, 2025 is already buzzing with optimism,
Sure.
isn't it? The incoming data shows a strong U.S. economy with tailwinds from data center spending, AI spending, defense spending, and government spending via the CHIP Act, the IRA or Inflation Reduction Act, and the Infrastructure Act.
It's a lot of spending.
It's a lot of acts in there, too.
The government sure knows how to spend, right? So,
Wow.
and CEO confidence is surging as well. The banks were reporting earnings, and so we got news from a few of the CEOs there. Goldman Sachs CEO David Solomon recently mentioned a meaningful shift in CEO confidence that he's feeling, and that comes from an improved regulatory backdrop. They think the incoming administration is going to be easier on regulations, and that could free up a backlog of mergers and acquisition deals that are in the pipelines, because reportedly those pipelines are the strongest they've been in, I think he said, 7 years.
Wow.
Yeah. So Jamie Dimon of J.P. Morgan also highlighted the resilience of the U.S. economy when he was talking. You have low unemployment, healthy consumer spending, and optimism about a pro-growth agenda here that is going to propel the economy forward in their view.
Yeah, Travis, but the question is, can this optimism translate into sustained economic growth?
Yeah, it's always the question.
That is the question. So Larry Fink from BlackRock threw a curveball, wondering if the economy might be, in quotes, too good. Inflation and interest rates are the dynamic duo shaping this economic outlook. Too good might lead to inflation actually rearing its ugly head again, which would lead to the Fed keeping that hawkish stance on future policy, wouldn't it?
Yeah, so Solomon and Dimon were saying everything's good. Someone had to come in and say,
Yeah.
well, hold on, maybe it's not
Pump
as good
the
as
brakes.
everyone.
Pump the brakes.
But NVIDIA's CEO, Jensen Huang, wasn't one of them. He was wildly optimistic about AI, right? And many people are. He recently said, growth could come from integrating AI across every industry, not just tech. He's talking about forestry, oceanography, you name it. And it's about transforming entire sectors at this point. But NVIDIA isn't alone. You have Taiwan Semiconductor, TSMC, forecast like 10% industry growth this year, and that's primarily, again, driven by AI demand. But it's a tale of two markets. Synopsys CFO came out and put it, AI-related industries are racing ahead, but there are some others lagging behind. We'll see how that plays out, because I think you have to go back to Jensen's quote, is how do you integrate AI across industries, or how is it going to increase productivity there? That's the question. So
Agree. It is a tale of two markets indeed, Travis. And let's not forget, though, the consumer side of this. Okay, Target reported a 28% holiday sales growth.
I think that's 2.8.
Or 28. Did I say 28?
You
That
said
is
28, 2.8.
2.8.
If it was 28, I'd been all over that.
That would have been great. You would have owned. We would. Our clients would have owned it. And holiday sales growth and eating out is trending up as well, rather than dining at home. However, the Walgreens CEO raised concerns about consumer discretionary spending. So the consumers are still under pressure, aren't they?
Yeah, that tale of two markets is something we talk about a lot. It's the upper echelon, we'll call it, has the money to spend on things and buy the things they want, eat out. But then there's that, lower income sector that's struggling. And Walgreens is seeing it because, maybe they can't buy their meds or afford, just even some of those staples that they need just to live, right?
It's so true, Travis.
Yeah. So let's sum this up here, Steve. I mean, it's optimism we saw from a lot of CEOs with a dose of caution, in there. But it'll be interesting to see how these dynamics play out over the next year and next few years. But right now, everyone's pretty upbeat.
It is true, Travis. It's been great. I look forward to it next week.
Look forward to it as well.